Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome back to Key for Success Mantra after quite considerable gap. Really happy to see you all now, and it's due to the back to back discussions on various topics like the job search, relevant skills, top paying, that is well paying jobs, and how do you approach the market with the required skills and the expectation from the market. What is the current expectation with reference to IT skills and non IT skills, and we talk about the complete global scenario on what are all the skills that have become outdated now, and what's going to rule the world for next 20 years, 10, 15 years, or 1 or 2 decades now. Okay, so this is what we discussed in the past. Apart from this, even we talk about what are all the courses that will help for the students, those who are looking for some high paying jobs, or that is well paying. I mean to say that it is well paying as well as recognizable job, that is consistent and rewarding career, I mean to say. Okay, these are all the points that we discussed in the past for students as well as the people those who are looking out for jobs, and then the people those who are already in the job, and how do they become and how do they enrich their profiles, and by adding suitable skills, or how do they realign with the market expectation. And to be very frank about the upskilling part we discussed. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the one liner which always we used to insist, in the sense very basic expectation. Okay, so we are sometime we talk about very high expectation, what we go with a very high expectation to the market, and then whether you are in job, or you're looking for a job, or you are that is going to crack some interviews as a person who is looking for a job. So irrespective of that, okay, so always we talk about the very to touch the top level, right? So always we think big, to achieve more. That is what our ambition, and it has to be, right? So but at the end of the day, sometimes the realistic value will remain as a very basic level. Probably you would be able to achieve good, but the realistic value which remains true at a base level will not match your expectation. Okay, for that again you will have to bridge the gap between your current skills, your current expertise level, and you can visualize the things, what is there, what market is expecting from you, and then you will have to bridge the gap by reading appropriate courses, appropriate books, and enrolling yourself into the courses. Or else again you can upgrade, or Udemy, like online platforms are there to get a valid certification, and then to understand the technical skills or acquire technical skills. All those things you will have to do it. But after you do all these things, okay, there are various parameters. As I said, you can go and you can broaden, and then you can strengthen your knowledge base. That's fine. But one important message in today's topic is always focus to become a billable resource. Okay, always focus to become a billable resource, number one. Number two, always try to be as a client facing resource. Okay. Third, be more flexible. This is the last important point. Be more flexible to be with customer, client or customer, whether at on site or off site or offshore. Okay, so these are all the three important points you should always remember. Okay, the explanation to the first point is always be as a billable resource. Okay, which means you will have to bill yourself to the customer. That is, you should ensure that you are a billable resource, you are not a buffer, or you are not sitting on the bench, so that your value will always remain top. Okay, it is not about I am not talking about only IT organization or IT, yes, no, nothing like that. Always you will have to be with the company for, as a person, you will have to breadwinner of the organization. Okay, you will have to go and meet the customers of an organization, or else you will have to interact with the customers, or else you should work over there to get the checks for your company. Okay, that is how you should be. Okay, so the first is again billable with customer, and then again you will naturally you will become a breadwinner of it. And then second, I was talking about, that is, you will have to ensure that always you will have to be with the customer client facing resource we call, right? So client facing resource will always getting high paid in the market. Naturally, the person who see and serve the customer working as a brand ambassador for that company, right? So we should not forget it. The company will also recognize the person's effect. That is, your payroll company will recognize your efforts. At the same time, customer will also see you over the business floor. So your ground value will improve a lot. That is the second point. Okay. And then third, which I said was, be flexible enough to be with the customer, whether it is on site or offshore. Your customer is at on site. Okay. So try to be with them as much as possible. Okay, but instead of giving some excuses after 3-4 months, again I'll have to come back to offshore, because opportunities will never knock the doors again and again. Always you should remember this: opportunities will never keep coming and knocking your door. So if you get an opportunity to be at on site, be with the customer, try to be with them, so that your purpose of being with an organization, especially with a high paying that is salary, which is a rewarding journey, will be achieved over there. Okay, sometime if your customer is at within India or within whatsoever your country, be at offsite customer is again that is you be with them. Okay, wherever, because sometime your customer would be at outskirts of the city. Don't worry about it. At least if you are associated with customer at their premises, then only you will be able to learn their systems, their processes, and then you will be able to understand. After all these things, you would be in a position to demonstrate back your talents to the customer. If you don't learn about their processes, about their systems, about their way, how they drive the things, then it would be difficult for you to give better solutions to the company, better solutions to your customer. Okay, that is what it is requested, right? So if these 3 points if you follow, then your success is guaranteed. Okay, definitely your success will be with you if you follow these 3 points religiously, very sincerely. You are done with it. Okay, that's all for today's discussion topic. See you in my next video. Until then, bye from Vedana Rayanan.